Hi peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 1, Episode 14, Reunion Part 2. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So this episode picks up right where we left off with Caroline Stansberry's ridiculous book of lies that she totally stole from Monique.
Sergio, as a man, tried to come after me on Twitter. Rich would never try to go after you.
What do you mean? He called me a 50-year-old influencer.
Yeah, but he
But
did
you
not.
are. But you are 50-year-old
You're
influencer.
British and
Or
that's a
design.
licensed design.
Yes.
That's a licensed design.
Did you license it from her friend?
No. I have to go from, you have to go through different manufacturers to license certain
To be honest,
pieces.
no.
Mine has a belt, mine has a zipper. Focus on your bankrupt business. Focus on the fact that you can't even get a mortgage. Focus on being in Jeffrey Epstein's
do I.
notebook. You're
A former escort in Miami.
Let me tell you, if I was an escort girl, I would have been a rich bitch.
What?
Okay.
This is
All right.
golden.
Okay. Are you in
Stay
Jeffrey
off
Epstein's
Lipstick Mommy,
book?
or whatever.
Did you know Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein?
met them. I was very good friends with all of them.
Did she say that?
Yeah, the audacity. Yeah.
Since she
Nina's the
launched-
richest, but we won't go there.
Is she?
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Good.
I don't talk about money,
But I
Andy.
don't.
You're all very pretty, and you're all very rich.
You warned me. You told me to be careful of her. You
I-
told me she's
but
an
what did I tell you?
opportunist. She's only trying to
No.
befriend me.
Because you're getting on the show.
Did she say ghetto
She
and
did not.
ratchet?
Those
and
are
trash?
my words.
Why couldn't you accept that Nina changed her mind about Stanberry?
I have accepted.
And what-
I don't think that Lisa's husband was trying to throw a major dig at Stansberry. Was he trying to pump up his wife? Yes. Him calling her a 50-year-old influencer is not a lie. I mean, she is 46. That's closer to 50 than not. You know, Ion doubling down on it was a bit much, but it was funny. The whole calling Lisa a former prostitute from Miami, that to me just seems like a reach. It seemed that because you were called out for being in Jeffrey Epstein's book, all of a sudden she's a little former prostitute, which I thought was weird because Andy asked her, was she in his book? And she said she had met them, but then later she says we were really good friends. Okay, there's a difference from going to an event and meeting somebody to we were really good friends. Okay, I think that they could have spent a little more time on that. It's just my opinion, I'm just saying. The whole thing with Lisa, Stansberry, and Nina, my thing is this. Nina may have told Lisa, you know, be on the lookout. She's not a nice person, X, Y, and Z. And then later realized that Stansberry, in her opinion, is not such a bad person. People are allowed to change their opinion. You can change your mind. You know, my thing is, I don't think that Lisa is 100% angry at Nina. I think that she really loves Nina. She valued their friendship, and she isn't really comfortable with Nina being friends with Stansberry, considering that Stansberry makes all of these negative comments about Lisa. So I think what it is she misses her friendship with Nina, and she also was hoping that Nina would put a stop to Stansberry's snarky comments, which this is not Nina's responsibility. I truly do believe that if Lisa and Nina just sat down for a moment with calm, cool heads, they could work this out and rebuild their friendship, because I really think that both of them care about each other a lot. Their communication has just broken down. I'm just gonna say it. Everybody knows when the series first started, I was Team Sarah all day. I think that Sarah has such good qualities, but throughout these two parts of this reunion, I'm starting to lean towards, I don't give a damn. Sarah is really irritating me. She is truly coming off as this superior being. You are a human being like everybody else. You have good days, you have bad days like everybody else. And the fact that several times throughout this reunion, she was still getting preachy and judgy. So you get all upset, you threaten Ion with the police and a lawsuit for calling you preachy and judgy. because you claim that you are not that, but you really are. You were doing way too damn much. I was just not here for Sarah. Now, when they did the clips showing the children, I was here for that. Sarah's little boy is everything. I think he's the cutest. I love his little voice. His sense of humor is perfect. I just think that little boy is amazing. Now, when they talked to Stansberry about her being a mom and her kids and everything, I felt sad for her. You know, she said that when she gave birth to her children, she said most moms and parents say that there was an instant connection, but that there was no instant connection with her and her children. And this all stems from her parents and the way they raised her and sending her off to boarding school at such a young age. I think she needs to get some therapy. She was making the comment that that's one of the reasons and she said if, she has a baby with Sergio, she's hoping to do things different this time. I hope that you do things different this time too, by starting with some therapy. Kids need love and affection, and they need to know that their moms love them above everything. I mean, I'm not bashing this woman because she's doing the best she can with what she was given. But come on, step up your mom game. This is not cute. You know what? And I was really upset with Sarah too, because Ayan tried to apologize to her, and it seemed extremely sincere. It was a loving apology. And right in the middle of this apology, Sarah gives us the old but, and then tries to flip it and tell Ayan, everybody is not out to get you. You are low-key condescending. You are sending her shade. This is ridiculous. You are the woman who threatened a lawsuit against her. So some people are coming after her. I'm just saying, the woman has gone through hell and back. And of course her guard is going to be up. Of course she's going to be bracing herself for the next time that the shoe drops. She apologized to you sincerely and thanked you for helping her through this by giving her this time with this hypnotherapist. Instead of you just being this gracious, kind person, why couldn't you just accept that and hug it out? Something. Stop doing that. This just wasn't the right time for it. One thing that I also noticed is there was a tweet online where this person says, I'm watching the reunion and she just said you were the reason she felt secure to talk about her traumas, and then call you preachy. Like, what the F? Talk about being a double-faced B. You're amazing, Sarah, and very intelligent, and you should know that people don't like it. They see a threat. I think they meant, and people don't like it when they see a threat. I don't know. And Sarah liked the post and said amen with a heart emoji. The woman just apologized to you. What more do you want? At the very end, Nina gives Sarah a podcast in a box so she can start this podcast. You know, I definitely don't want a podcast from this fake doctor. Nina could have gave you a check to go towards your real college. No, ma'am. I can say that next season, I would really like to see a little more balance on the show. Maybe add another housewife who is a little more neutral. Maybe Phaedra. I could do, you know what, I could do without Stansberry and Sergio, but if they keep Stansberry, I need a lot less Sergio. Nina and Sarah can be friends of, as far as I'm concerned at this moment. And Brooks, is she needed? Seriously. I guess we could give her a second season, but she is not, I don't know. Brooks is given two-faced. Brooks is given, I want to be picked by Stansberry. I just don't know. Sarah did later on in the episode say something to Ayan, because Ayan was saying something about how she dresses to feel good and how she looks pretty and things like that. Sarah felt the need to tell her that she needs to humble herself. Sarah, I need you to take 50 feet, okay? Mind your business. If this woman wants to shine her light, you are not here to dim it. You don't teach her about being humble, okay? Keep your teachings to the people who want it. She has been very clear that she doesn't want it. Stop it. And did anybody notice that it seems as if Brooks and Stansberry, Sarah and Nina, they all got together. You know they got together to create this alliance. They really all tried to go for Ayan and Lisa, and it was simply because they were the fan favorites and they can't stand it. You know, I thought it was really funny. You know, Andy is a parent now. He's got his 3-year-old adorable son, Ben, and he's got his new little baby girl, Lucy, and he is learning how to handle these housewives. Right in the middle of all of this, somebody yells out that Nina is the richest, and you know, I believe it. I have no idea why Lisa chiped in and tried to act like she doesn't know this, but I think that we all could tell watching the show that Nina was the richest. I'm just saying. And I appreciate that Nina said, I don't talk about money. You know, Nina just reeks class, you know, but Andy had to tell them that they were all very pretty and all very rich. I said, oh my gosh. It was like pacifying the kids. You get a popsicle and you get a popsicle, my pretty girls. You know, it was a bit much. Now they had this whole conversation about them damn French fries at that fashion show. We don't care. Okay. Did I think it was rude the way she was speaking to the staff regarding these French fries? Yes. Girl, let it go. There was food there. They tried to say, well, you know, she's a vegetarian. Lisa said that she had a vegetarian option. If you didn't want that option, I get it. And if you wanted French fries, that's also fine. But it was the way that she was so make it happen. Remember that with the people? That was rude. It was disrespectful. Move on from this French fry conversation. Even Andy said, this is a really silly argument. So they go to lunch, and it was so funny because Ayan said all she had was that highlighter comment. I want to be entertained. She's boring me. And you know, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But did you guys notice the difference in the conversations when they talked with their husbands? So Brooks calls up Phaedra. I said, oh Lord, Phaedra has made it to the reunion. And she's explaining to Phaedra what's going on with the reunion. So then we see Nina and Stansberry call their husbands who are in New York with them, hanging out until the reunion is over, which I appreciated them not having those husbands on the reunion because we've seen enough of Sergio. Anyway, Sergio and Nina's husband, they were quite negative. How long is she going to continue with these lies? And, you know, come on now, seriously. But when you see Lisa talking to her husband, he says, hey, how's it going? Are you building bridges and opening communication? Her husband was completely the opposite. He was trying to make sure that she was being open and communicative and trying to heal old wounds, which is totally opposite for what was actually going on. And it was absolutely opposite to what the other husbands were talking about. I don't know. There's something about Lisa's husband that I absolutely adore. That man is always trying to be positive, except for that time he made that 50-year-old influencer comment, but I thought it was hilarious. And he's always pumping up his wife. I like that.
What about your relationship with your aunt?
My aunt right now actually is one of the people that has a really big NGO to stop female mutilation. Sometimes I do have a lot of resentment towards her.
But she's trying to make it right.
Yeah, so I'm really sorry you felt like I judged you by saying you're judgmental and stuff, but honestly, I love you and I'm sorry if I hurt you.
But Ayan, listen, I'll tell you something. People who are on survival mode, unknowingly, they think it's them against the world.
Before we started filming this show, conversations were had, like, saying that basically you're going around telling everybody you're like the queen of this show.
Let's come together and show her that the show's not about her.
No, I
Say there was interest from Bravo in following. She had a whole new life in Dubai.
Just saying I'm Queen Bee. Other people said it for me.
an issue for you being a queen bee.
You were mad that he was talking to them.
Yes, as my husband, he should stay by me.
When you told all your guests to wear white, it's a cape and a bodysuit, girl. Just admit you're threatened by Ayan.
I think the thing that got me was the train, more than anything, with the blonde wig.
Did you want to look like the bride?
How can I look like the bride when I look like this? So if it has a problem with people that you look better than them, it now got my goddamn business.
I keep saying I was wearing Shein. My dress was
You really
horrible.
did look
I
like
would have
Shein.
done all this.
Hey, Andy, we knew we were supposed to dumb it down and be simple.
Nina, did I know I was gonna look better than you? Absolutely.
But beauty is being humble as well.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That will never happen to me. God did not take all this time to create me to be humble for nobody. Not gonna happen.
Period.
Period. Dot. Mother. Dot. Yes.
Who thinks that Ayan misinterpreted what Stanberry was saying. You think so
Me.
too? This is the most important.
And I apologize to you because when I watched it and I saw you cry, I was very hurt by it. To say I'm so sorry.
It is facts. You see black women, you automatically assume strength, right? Because we're always like, we got it, we're good.
Can I interject one
Yes.
second? Going to boarding school, no one was coming to save me. I always had to do everything on my own. Nobody came to get me.
Saying that white women are perceived as more delicate.
Well, with the whole Ion and her aunt situation, I just said multiple times, thank God. I am so thankful that her aunt has changed her tone and that she is out here fighting for the rights of these young ladies. I mean, she is really trying to atone for her past. And I think that Ion is such a brave person that she is willing to get out here and discuss her past trauma and share it with the world in order to shine a spotlight on what is happening to these young women. This is brutality, and this is wrong 100%. Her explaining the different types of mutilation, Lord, Lord, the tears, okay? I was crying my eyes out. What? And, I was very happy for her that she said, her husband sent her to a doctor I think she said they lived in Brazil for a while when they got married. Like, even when they got married, they were not having sex because she was still, sewn up. So he sent her to a doctor in Brazil, and the Brazil doctor had no idea what the hell was going on. So then he ended up sending her back to Kenya to a surgeon there who was able to open it up again. And she said it was because her husband took care of it and paid for it. And not everyone is going to be as fortunate to have a husband who can afford to send you to a qualified surgeon so that everything can be repaired. And that just broke my heart. But I am happy that she is enjoying her, love life with her husband, and she's had a really beautiful life now. And I am praying for everyone who's going through something like this all over the world. Ion also apologized to Nina for calling her mashed potatoes with no butter. Ion did a lot of apologizing this part 2 of this reunion, and it's unfortunate that there was not a lot of apologies towards her. Now, they did talk a little bit about when her and Nina met up, when she called her mashed potatoes with no butter, that she was angry with Nina. And I said it then, I don't understand this anger that she had with Nina. Ion can hold her own, number one. Number two, Nina did say multiple times, ladies, stop this, let's not do this. And Ion was assuming that Nina was supposed to back her up. I don't know if she expected Nina to read Caroline and the other Caroline for filth, or if she expected Nina to throw them out of her party. I have no idea. But I don't think that Ion was right in this. I think that Nina doesn't have to back you up. Back yourself up. Okay, and second of all 3 of you are grown women. Learn how to act accordingly when you're out in public having a little dinner. Yes, you are upset. No, you don't like these women, but grow the hell up. Nina is not responsible for backing all of you ladies up. Then they had that little conversation about getting rid of Stansberry. Girl, get the hell on up out of here. When they spoke about it, it didn't seem as if they had a conversation about getting rid of you. They were under the impression that she was going around town saying that she was the queen bee and that the show was going to be all about her. And it sounds like they wanted to teach her that she was not all of that. Not that they were trying to kick her off the show. But then you have Andy come back and say the reason that they started thinking about filming in Dubai was because of her. She was on that Ladies of London, and now she had a whole new life and a husband in Dubai, and they wanted to film that. And that's how the show got brought to Dubai. And I think that is part of the reason that these 4 ladies have decided to click up, is because Stansberry truly thought that she was going to be the number one focus. She was going to be the Nene Leakes of the Real Housewives of Dubai, and that didn't happen. People don't really like you, and nobody wants to be bothered with your husband. He's too much. It turns out that people are more entertained by Ion and Lisa. So This little clique, girls, go somewhere. Now, this whole wedding dress thing. Stansberry talking about it was the train, that was a cape, and her blonde wig. Girl, go on somewhere. Ion let you know she's not going to dim her light for you. And I thought it was really weird that Sarah said everybody knew to dumb it down for Caroline's wedding. That is a no-go. Are you crazy? I'm not going to dumb myself down for this woman. I am not going to dim my light for her or anybody else. You told all these people to wear white. That is a chance you took. Okay, when you are having a wedding or a bridal shower and you tell everybody to wear white, somebody is going to step in the place looking hotter than you. That's just how it's going to be. Now, listen, you should have told everybody wear orange. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. And I don't blame Ion at all. I'm not going to come in here dimming my light for you. And Ion even said at the very end, she knew she was going to look better than Stansberry. Stansberry didn't appreciate that they said she was wearing Sheen. I said, oh, Lord. Sheen by Sheree just popped in my head. Anyway, listen, I wasn't a big fan of that dress that she wore to her engagement party. It looked like she was going to some kind of line dance competition. It really did. And if that was the case, she would have been the winner because, you know, that was a great dress for a line dance situation. But her real wedding dress was incredible. She looked drop dead gorgeous in her real wedding dress. So that was gorgeous, you know, but get off of this. That was a bodysuit and a cape. Now, the situation with the strong black woman thing. I agree 100% with it. A lot of times people see black women as so strong because they're always handling everything. They're always making something out of nothing. You know, they're always coming to the rescue. They're supportive. They're loving. They will stand by you in the midst of your bullshit, but also tell you it's bullshit at the same time. And I was a little ticked off that Carolyn tried to compare her being lonely at boarding school while growing up to what African American women go through. I said, girl, you don't get it. It is not the same. Sit back. Stansberry was a very rich child in a very top high class boarding school. And she's talking about, I did everything for myself. What, you made up your bed? Girl, come on. Being on your own in boarding school is not equal to black women being perceived as strong and not getting grace in our moments of weakness. Girl, get the hell up out of here. I do feel for her being lonely at boarding school. I don't think it's cool to be alone at boarding school, especially at 6 years old. But it's not the same. Black women are sometimes completely neglected because people think, oh, they got this. She don't need any help. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. I'm just saying. Now, honey, listen, at the end of the episode when they exchanged gifts, Ion gives Stansberry a fire extinguisher. I said, Lord, okay, I get it. Stansberry gives Lisa a sock puppet that she made that was very unattractive, and I thought that was a real shady and tacky ass gift, just like I thought the fire extinguisher was tacky as hell. But then Lisa gives Nina a book on how to be a better friend. That was a shady and it was low. It really was. I think that Nina knows how to be a good friend. And I also think that Lisa knows that and wants that friendship back. Stop that. Then we see Nina gives Sarah a podcast in a box, as I've already said, and it is a no-go for me. Okay. Brooks gives Ion a Webster's English Dictionary, which was also shady and ridiculous. She did say graciously, thank you so much for this dictionary because I am taking classes working on my English. I think Ion's English is very good. Didn't we find out in the first episode that she speaks 3 or 5 languages? I don't know. Anyway, the best gift was Sarah. She bought Brooks a trip to the Maldives. Of course, Stansberry said, all I got is a fire extinguisher. It was quite funny. I would love a vacation in the Maldives. And at the very end, Lisa makes this comment that she wants them to all be friends. She wants them to have good times and get along. And she's just hoping that these 4 girls stop excluding her and Ion. Right after the reunion, Sarah posts on Twitter, I love our friendship. I love our diversity. I hate how people call us racist. Not a single bone is racist in our body. In our group, we have Jewish, Muslim, and a Christian, Black, white, and Arabs. Love you girls. And it's a picture of her, Stansberry, Nina, and Brooks. Ma'am, there you are. You are excluding again. Sarah she is a sneaky, shady one. She is not legit. She pretends that she is all good all the time, but she is not. She is a human being like the rest of us, and she can be shady just like everybody else. Girl, stop this craziness, okay? Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.